All right, today we're here at Spooky Vibes. Spooky Vibes promised the second of the chronicles of the Reaper, and we were starting at the origins yesterday. And the recap from yesterday of the chronicles of Reaper is that he ended up having to kill his dad, and he enjoyed his kill. And it was satisfying to him, this kill, because he literally was abusing him and was mean, and the Reaper was always dark at heart. His free will was just so incredibly strong that God couldn't bend it. He couldn't go to hell, he couldn't go to heaven. All you could do is compromise with such a being. So anyways, he ended up having to kill his dad. He beheaded him because he was not doing good things. His dad was being nasty and everything else to him. So anyways, the Reaper, there was peace where in his village he was. The Greek wars, they end up winning. He was like a general. He ended up doing well with the Greek wars. And anyways, after the Greek wars were done and there was peace in his village, there was a group of people that was coming around and literally just kidnapping people's children, teenage girls, teenage boys. No one knew where they went. And back then they would call it slave trading, but slave trading could be anything of a sexual nature, violent nature, whatever. They just took a lot of these kind of people in droves. And they were the Reaper's village people. He wanted to know where the heck they went. So he was tracking. He went through and he was like a little assassin. It was like a gang. He went by and he found the leader of who was taking his people. And he took them one by one. And when he found out, some of his people were raped, some of were sent to sex slavery, some were just tortured. He didn't go with the will of God or the light or whatever. He was getting vengeance and he did not care. Each one of these people that did that to his village, he was so upset, he literally started all out war. Whatever they did to his people, he did onto them. And could you say it was a sin? Yes, because he was murdering people at his own discretion. But he killed in the name of good. He couldn't see his people suffer. So after he saved what he could of his village, he went on to kill whoever was left, the witnesses and everything, cleaned up everything. So when martial law came by, nobody knew. So they went by and there was a lot dead. Well, he killed about 100 people in his second murder story, that, one of them. But every single one of them was disposed of. The people that were left worshipped them. And he ended up moving on after that. Because he couldn't be seen after killing so many people. And he never doubted his decision, never cared, never turned back, nothing. So you kind of got to understand him as a person. I think as people, a lot of us might think about doing stuff like that, and we got to differentiate if it's right or if it's wrong or if it's not. To me, I want to do, I mean, and as long it's the better good. I mean, you shouldn't go around murdering people, but you shouldn't go around taking people either. There needs to be lines drawn, but we're talking about the Reaper. Reaper draws his own lines. And that's today two of the Reaper Chronicles, and I hope everybody's enjoying Halloween vibes cottage today. And bad weather, I guess this is how we're going to have to take. And everyone have a good evening.